Good evening, everyone. This is Robert from RGL 518, welcoming you to the RGL 518 Sports Network. It's the 1985 payoff pitch season. We get right back on it here. After watching a day of ballots, it's time to watch a game of baseball. Today's date is April 10, 1985. And tonight's game, it's the New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox here at Fenway Park. What a way to continue and start our next season here, going on after a great doubleheader where I had so many great people watching those games between Cleveland and Detroit and Toronto, Kansas City. Now we turn to the Yankees Red Sox rivalry. It doesn't get any more exciting than that as we now really just begin our 1985 payoff pitch season. It will be Ed Whitson going up against Bruce Hurst today at Fenway Park. The fans here are going crazy as usual it would be in a game between the Yankees and the Red Sox. So it should be exciting as of course, the greatest sports rivalry the greatest rivalry in sports overall, of course, is between the Yankees and the Red Sox. And how can you not have a great start to this season without doing a Yankees Red Sox game early? Starting pitcher for the Boston Red Sox will be left-hander Bruce Hurst. He was 11-13 with a 4.51 ERA in 1985. Not one of his better years, but remember, Boston was a pretty decent team. Of course, the Yankees, one of the best teams in the American League. And we'll see what happens. Let's get things started here. Let's go to the top of the first inning. As the fans are still coming in, the Yankees are 0-1. The Red Sox are 1-0 coming into this game, of course, by quick results. So let's see if the Yankees can get a win into their season. Leading off for the New York Yankees will be center fielder Billy Sample. He gets the call here. Tim Pepper joins us here at Fenway Park. He says, "Go Sox, take down the evil empire." I'm expecting a few Yankee fans and a few Red Sox fans into the chat tonight. Here we go. First pitch of the game, Bruce Hurst. That is a ballpark 94, and that's definitely going to be an in-play. An in-play 65 against the lefty, and that is a ground ball to second base. Taking care of it will be Marty Barrett. Throws to first for out number one. Ground out to second. Next up for the Yankees, second baseman Willie Randolph. He batted .315 with 2 homers against lefties in 85. Hurst with the pitch. That is a tough 73, and that is going to be a ground ball to second base once again. Barrett makes the play, throws to first for out number 2. Next up will be first baseman Don Mattingly, a very young Don Mattingly. He was 24 years old in 85. Against lefties, he batted .288 with 18 home runs. He was really just coming to his own with New York in that year. 2 men up, 2 men out. Bruce Hurst will pitch. And that is an in-play 62 and a fly ball hit to left field. Jim Rice is going to get to that one, and he makes the catch, and the inning is over. Nothing across for the Yankees. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Starting pitcher for the Yankees in this game is Ed Whitson. He was 10-8 with a 4.88 ERA. The Red Sox have originally won this game 14-5. I guess I should have put that in the chat. I guess I could always let people know who originally won the game, since we are playing with as-played lineups and rosters. The Red Sox destroyed New York in this game 14-5, but we'll see what happens. Here is Ed Whitson pitching for the Yankees. And leading off for the Boston Red Sox will be third baseman Wade Boggs. He was 27 years old, and against righties, he was .377 with 6 home runs. Wade Boggs was already becoming known as one of the best hitters in baseball at the time. Ed Whitson with the pitch, and that is a patient 80, and that's going to be a base hit for Wade Boggs. He gets a single. Leadoff hit for Boggs. He will head to first. The next batter will be right fielder Dwight Evans. Evans batted .260 with 17 homers against rights in 85. Steal rating of 1, 4 on the dice. Nothing happening over there. Whitson looking in, checks and deals. And that is a defense check 21. That could be a problem. Error check to third base. The ball is hit to Bara. His error rating is a 1. And a 1 to 71, he's going to make an error. An error on the third baseman, Bara. And let's see what kind of error. And that is going to be a 1 base error since it's infield. So Boggs will make it to second. Evans makes it to first as the Red Sox fans give a nice cheer. And he boots the ball. And that is to Bara, that is an E5. And that's the first error on the Yankees. So the Red Sox start in business. And now the batter will be left fielder Jim Rice. One of the best hitters ever, and such a loved player for the Red Sox. In 1985, Rice was 304 with 20 homers against Rights. Fenway Park, a bit of a pitcher's park in 85. 1 to 38 for lefties and 155 for righties for Wheelhouse. So that's a combination of a 93, little bit of a pitcher's park in 85. Tim Pepper goes clank. Runners at first and second. Here is the pitch from Whitson. That's an in-play 0-4, and that's going to be a well-hit ball by Rice. That is going to be a double. A deep drive off the left field wall. Wade Boggs coming around third, he will score. Dwight Evans coming around third, he will score. Jim Rice, 2 RBI double. The Red Sox jump out in front to a 2-0 lead. Two RBIs for Jimmy Rice, and it's already 2-0 in favor of the BOS Sox. And where is Salvador America? I know he's got to be watching this game someplace. He'd be loving that. Rice on at second base. There is still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Next batter for Boston will be the designated hitter. It was Mike Easler for this game. Against righties, batted .256, 14 homers in 85. Rice on at second. Whitson already gives up a double. Here's the pitch to Easler. And that is a tough 18, and that is a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Easler goes down, and Whitson was averaged about 5 strikeouts per 9 innings. That's out number 1. And next up will be the center fielder, Tony Armas. Rice still on at second. Whitson trying to get out this inning. Here's the pitch to Armas. And that is an in-play 86. And that is a ground ball to short. Easy pickup by Bobby Meacham. He'll throw to first to get out number 2. Jim Rice, a run rating of 6. He will hold. He will hold at second base. Makes 2 outs now. And now here is Billy Buckner at first base for Boston in this game. Bill Buckner against righties in 85, 302, 12 home runs. Had a very good year for the Red Sox that season. And, of course, this is the 85 Buckner, not the 86. It gets by Buckner. It's not that Buckner. 2 outs. Rice still on at second. Buckner at the plate. Here's the pitch from Whitson. And that is going to be a tough 56. And that's a ground ball hit down to first. Mattingly will take that easily. He'll take it himself, tag the bag, and the inning is over. The Red Sox pick up a couple of runs, 2 runs on 2 hits and a big error. At the end of 1, Boston already ahead 2-0. Top of the second. Leading off for the Yankees will be right fielder Dave Winfield. He batted .251 with 10 homers against lefts in 85. Hurst with the pitch. That is a patient 31, and Winfield is going to walk. Winfield will trot down to first, and the Yankees get the leadoff base runner on. And now coming up for the Yanks will be their designated hitter, and that is Don Balor. He batted .254, 11 homers against lefts in 85. Winfield on at first, no steal threat, not with a 4C. Hurst will pitch to Balor. Pitch coming, and that is an in-play 33, and that's a popped it up behind the plate. Calling for it is Rich Gedman. He's going to get there, and he'll make the play. Out number 1, a pop out to the catcher. Next up for New York will be Ken Griffey. He is in left field for this game. Ken Griffey batted .243, 2 homers against lefts. Winfield still on at first. He had 19 stolen bases that year. He's not going to run on this play, though. Hurst with the pitch, and that is a tough 31, and there's no wild pitch on that. Tough 31, and Griffey is going to pop it up. Wow, against the lefty, he just misses it. He pops it out to second base. Coming under it is going to be Barrett. He makes the catch, 2 outs. A leadoff walk to Winfield, and the Yankees pop out twice. 2 men down. Here is third baseman Dale Bara. Against lefties, .241. He had a homer against lefts in '85. Winfield on at first. Hurst checking in. And now the pitch to Bara with 2 outs. And that is a patient 38. And that's going to be a base hit by Dale Bara. And that is a good hit because that's going to be a double. Dale Bara smacks a double, and that one is in right center field. Winfield with a run rating of 7. He will come around and score. Bara, 1 RBI double, and the Yankees are on the board, 2-1. Bara gets New York there. An RBI double by Bara. As Dale Bara was patient, and he waited for it. And a 38 does smack a double. And the next batter for the Yankees will be the catcher, Butch Weiniger. Kind of interesting. Here I am seeing Butch Weiniger for the '85 New York Yankees, and I just had Butch Weiniger play for the 1977 Minnesota Twins in our Inside Pitch One and Gone tournament this afternoon against the Mets. If you've not seen that, please catch it. 2 outs, 2-1 now. Hurst will pitch to Weiniger. And that is a patient again. Patient 40, and he walked him. So now Hurst in a little bit of trouble. He walks Weiniger. Yankees are in business. Here's the shortstop, Bobby Meacham. He batted .225, no homers against lefties. Fans here in Boston would love to see the Red Sox take another win here, and they would win this series, even though we are going to do 10-minute ticker for tomorrow for these two teams. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Hurst with the pitch to Meacham, and that is a defense check 51. That could be interesting. Error check to short. The ball is hit to Jackie Gutierrez. His error rating is a 1, and that is going to be a 1-71, and that is going to be an error. An error on Jackie Gutierrez, and that is a 2-base error, which means Bara comes in to score, Weiniger to third, and Meacham goes to second. And we're tied at 2. A big error on Jackie Gutierrez as he couldn't handle the ball. And that is an E6. And that puts runners at second and third with still 2 outs here. And figuring what happened is the ball was hit to Gutierrez, and he tried to rush the throw, and he threw the ball away to try to get Meacham out at first. So runners at second and third, and here's Billy Sample, as the Yankees are still alive in this inning. We're making these ham and eggers look like Hall of Famers. Now tied at 2 as the Yankees come right back. Hurst goes to talk to Jackie Gutierrez, says settle down next time, it's early. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard, and still 2 outs. Infield is normal. Hurst will pitch to Sample. And that is a tough 34, and that is going to be popped it up. Sample pops it up behind the plate to the catcher, and Gedman's going to get there, And he makes the catch and he ends the inning. All 3 outs were pop-outs. But the Yankees do get 2 runs. And now it's tied at 2 as we go to the bottom of inning number 2. There was 2 runs, 1 hit, and an error on the Red Sox. So both teams have committed an error in this game. Bottom of the second coming up. And leading off for the Boston Red Sox will be the catcher, Rich Gedman. Against righties, batted .314 with 16 homers in 85. We'll see if Whitson has a better inning this time for the Yankees than he did in the last inning. Whitson with the pitch. That is a 9. That's a ballpark 59. That's going to be in play. And an in-play 37. Gedman smacks a base hit. It's a single. Gedman will head to first. He smacks that one into right center field. And Gedman will hold it first. Leadoff batter again on for the Red Sox. And now the second baseman, Marty Barrett. He batted .262, 5 homers against rights. Gedman, a 1A steal rating. He's not going anywhere. No sacrifice on the play as well. So nobody out. Whitson again has to deal with traffic on the base paths. Sports Time Machine says, holy childhood nightmare. Thanks, RJL. Barrett the batter. Whitson will pitch. And that is an in-play 40 base hit. Marty Barrett, that is a single. That's a ball blooped into right field. Gedman advances 2 bases. He will go to third and hold there. And Barrett stays at first, and then once again, the Red Sox are in business here. Still nobody out, and the batter is Jackie Gutierrez. He made the error for Boston earlier. Gutierrez against righties, .225, 2 homers against right-handed pitching. But the Red Sox are in business here with runners at the corners and nobody out. The Yankees are going to play the infield back to try to get the double play. It's early in the game. And Gedman really doesn't have a good run rating, but they're going to try to turn 2. Whitson looking at the mound. Now he looks at Gutierrez. Steeler fan 1933 says hello here at Fenway Park. How can you miss a game between the Yankees and the Red Sox? Whitson with the pitch. Ballpark 52 against a righty. That is a goodie. That's in the wheelhouse for Gutierrez. It's a wheelhouse check. Wheelhouse 16. Pow! That is going to be a double for Jackie Gutierrez. That is a double. Gedman. Let's find out what kind of double it is. That is a looping liner to right field. All runners will score. Gedman comes in to score. Barrett comes in to score. Gutierrez makes up for the error. The Red Sox are up 4-2. Yes, people, it's going to be one of those games here at RJL 518 Payoff Pitch. Buckle your seatbelts. We're in for a heck of a game. Still nobody out. Gutierrez gets the Red Sox crowd really into it. And he will hold it second. 2 RBI double by Gutierrez makes up for the error. And now here is Wade Boggs with no one out. Yankee bullpen trying not to get ready yet. But who knows? Remember, the original score of this game was 14-5 Boston. Whitson was very incapable of anything as I checked the line score. Runner on second. Whitson going to pitch to Boggs. Here is the pitch. That's a patient 0-6, and that's going to be a walk. Whitson walks Boggs. Now runners at first and second for Dwight Evans. Evans got on base via an error his last time up, as Dale Bara committed a big error and allowed the Red Sox to get some runs. Nothing on the strat dice. Gutierrez will hold at second base. The steal rating is a 4B. He would have to be it would have to be really a double 2 from the try to steal third. Nobody out. Whitson will check. Now will pitch. That is a 9. That's a ballpark check, and that is right on. That is right on it, isn't it? Will it matter? It's a 70-something. No, it's in play no matter what. It's a ballpark check. It's going to be in play for Evans. And in play 51 is going to be a ground ball to third base. Evans' double play rating is a 7. Whitson's is a 7. That is a 9. And that is going to be a fielder's choice, as Gutierrez will make it to. That ball was hit where? The third, right? That was hit the third. What did I say what it was here? 51. That ball hit the third, right? That ball was hit to third base. Gutierrez's run rating is a 9. With that kind of speed, he will make it to third. The throw will go to second to get Boggs. 1 out, and Evans is safe at first on a fielder's choice. With that kind of speed, Gutierrez would make third easily. I'm working on some house rules I want to make for certain plays. Even though I don't use ID Jester's thing, but normally the ball's at the third. Gutierrez with a run rating of 9. The only play is the first base. Runners at the corners. 1 out. Here is Jim Rice. That goes as a fielder's choice. Rice doubled his last time up, and there's 1 out. Infield is going to be back. Jim Rice is a double play rating of 9, so they're going to keep the infield back and try to turn 2. 1 out. Evans on at first. Gutierrez at third. Here's the pitch to Rice. And that is a tough 62. And that's a fly ball to right field. Coming under it is going to be Dave Winfield. He makes the catch, and that is the second out. It is a tough. Gutierrez has to hold. It was not hit deep enough. I've decided to make a little rule change on flyouts to the runner on third, which I'll incorporate in this game. If there's a runner on third and there's a fly out and it's a tough, I will go by Joe Bryan's rules. It says all runners hold. Patience still works the same way it does. You can still attempt to go from third base on a sacrifice. And, of course, on a wheelhouse fly out, it scores. On an in play, I've decided that on an in play, if it's a fly out and the dice are lower than the runner on third, I have the opportunity to have a chance to score with them. It's not an automatic. It's an automatic coach's choice chart if I want to give him a chance to score. In play, I think, should have a sacrifice fly chance. Because there's too many in plays and toughs on a ballpark, on a pitcher's card. Not enough patience in wheelhouses. And sacrifice flies happen pretty often. So that's going to be my rule there from that. But of course, that was a tough. If the pitcher throws a tough pitch, then I can't penalize the pitcher for making a good pitch. 2 outs, bottom of the second still, 4-2 Red Sox. Easler at the plate. Infield is back. Easler struck out his last time up. Here's the pitch from Whitson. That's a patient 64, and that is going to be a fly ball to left field. And coming under it will be Ken Griffey. And he will make the catch, and that will end the inning. 2 runs for the Red Sox on 3 hits and a walk. At the end of 2, Boston leading 4-2 here. In the biggest rivalry in sports. Gedman will always be loved by both Sox fans for getting a 2-out hit by pitch in 86 against the Angels that allowed Don Baylor to hit the game-tying homer in the 9th against Donnie Moore. You were there to see it. That's true. Will always be loved by both Sox fans for that. But then again, Dwight Evans said that Gedman should have been able to block the pitch that Bob Stanley threw past Mookie Wilson in the most epic at bat in World Series history. I don't know. I've seen the play. It would have been very tough for Gedman to make that block. That would have been very tough. I don't know if I could fault him. That was a wild. The scorer called it a wild pitch, not a pass ball, and I agree with the score. That was a bad throw. That was a bad throw by A bad pitch by Stanley. Al Red Sox fan, King of the Hill, joins me here. Of course he would be here for a game between the Yankees and his famous Red Sox. We go to the top of the third inning. Boston leading 4-2 here. And leading off for the Yankees will be Willie Randolph. Randolph grounded out his last time up. El Clasico disagrees with this being the biggest rivalry in sports. We're not talking about what's that game? Oh yeah, soccer. No. Hurst with the pitch, and that is an in-play 67, and that's gonna be a fly ball to right field. It'll be Dwight Evans getting to that one, and he puts it away for the out, one away. Next up will be Donnie Baseball. He flew out his last time up, a young Donnie Baseball, 24 years old. Hurst will pitch to Mattingly, and that is a tough 82, and that's a fly ball center field. Ranging over will be Tony Armas, and he makes the catch for out number 2. 2 down, and here is Dave Winfield. Winfield walked his last time up. Our Red Sox fan, of course, has joined us. And, of course, please check out his awesome channel. Not wonderful. His channel is not wonderful. It is totally awesome. He did a great boxing match with Muhammad Ali last night. Please check it out. It was fun. 2 outs. Hurst will pitch to Winfield. And that is a wheelhouse 38. And against the lefty, crack. That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep. And that ball is gone over the short porch in right center field. An opposite field home run by Winfield. That is out of here. In the short porch, it's gone. Solo home run for Winfield. When you pitch to Dave Winfield's wheelhouse, you deserve what happens to you. When the Yankees now cut it to 4-3. Home run by Winfield. And he had 10 of them against left-handed pitching. Stadium gets a little bit of a sigh, but not a groan. Here is Don Baylor with 2 outs. Well, they are not just kind words there, Al Red Sox fan. It's a matter of fact. That's all it is. And one of the reasons why I do this is because of Al Red Sox fan. Watched him playing Stratomatic. Hurst will pitch to Baylor. And that is a patient 83. And what is that? Ground ball to shortstop. Picking it up will be Gutierrez. He doesn't make an error this time. He throws to first, and that will end the inning. One hit, 1 run for the Yankees on a solo jack by Winfield. We go to the bottom of the third. Red Sox leading 4-3. And remember, the actual score of this game, the Red Sox won it 14-5. There were a lot of runs and about a lot of hits. So a total of 27 hits, and the Yankees committed 3 errors in that game. They've already committed 1 here. Who says payoff pitch isn't realistic? Here's Tony Armas leading off for Boston in the bottom of the third inning. Short porch, 385 to right center in Fenway. Well, whatever. How about short fence? That'll do. That's what I meant. The short porch is in right field. I know. 1985 Fenway Park. Whitson will pitch to Armas. That is an in-play 83, and that's a ground ball to short. Meacham will make that play. Throws to first for out number 1. Gonna ground out to short. Here comes the famous Bill Buckner. He was a heck of a hitter in 85. He had a great year. I mean, he batted 302 against rights. He had 16 home runs that year. Bill Buckner had a fine year at the plate. 1 out, pitch from Whitson. And that's an in-play 35, and that's going to be Buckner's first hit of the game. It's a single. Buckner will trot down to first. As the fans here in Bill Buckner and Fenway Park love himself some Bill Buckner. Of course, next year they will not like him so much. But that's 80. We're not doing the 86 season. We're doing the 85. Here is Rich Gedman. Gedman hit a base hit his last time up. Buckner's steal rating is a 3+, but that's a 5. He's not going to get, I think on a 3+, I think it's increased to a 4. Let me check that rule real quick. And we see here, batter cards. A jump rating, increase runner's jump rating by 1 the first time he reaches base with a steal opportunity each game. Well, it's a 4 then, but it's not going to be, that's a 5 on the dice. So I'm not going to call a steal with Buckner. 1 out. Gedman is the batter. Whitson with the pitch. And that's a patient 40 and base hit by Gedman. And it's not just that, he smacks it into right field corner. That's going to be a double. Deep drive, it's a deep drive to center field. One hops the wall. Buckner rounding third. They're going to send him home. He will score. Gedman goes to second. 5-3 Red Sox. That's Gedman's second hit of the game. Forgot I had to pull a card. So it's a deep drive into center field and one hops the wall. And the Red Sox now lead it 5-3. They get the run back. Dang. And Whitson right now not looking too good. He's not reached fatigue level, but a 6th run will do it. Yankees have the bullpen going. And the batter will be Marty Barrett. 1 out, runner on second. Yankee bullpen ready to go, but not looking good as Whitson is becoming ineffective. Whitson didn't have that. Facing at the Yankees were that great a team, but Whitson was not good. 10-8 with a 4.88 ERA. I don't call that good. 1 out. Gedman at second. Pitch to Barrett. That's a tough 32, and that is going to be a pop-out. That's a pop-out on a 32? Yeah, a tough against a righty ends at a 30. It's a 32. There's no wild pitch rating. That's a pop-out to second. And the runner has to hold 2 outs. 2 men away, and the next batter will be Jackie Gutierrez. Ed BP Wilson, exactly. 2 outs, Gedman on at second. Whitson trying to get out this inning by only giving up the run. Gutierrez hit a double his last time up, made up for the error he made. Pitch from Whitson. That's a patient, and we got a rare play. Our first rare play of the season. So I got to get the rare play chart, which is somewhere here. So give me a second while I grab it. Here it is. That's our first rare play of the season. We didn't have any rare plays in the opening day doubleheader. We roll. Black is red first. 3-4. Let's find out what it says. Batter hits a tapper in front of home plate. If batter's run rating is 7 or higher, batter is credited with an infield single. Otherwise, if runners are on base, catcher gets the lead runner out. Well, Jackie Gutierrez's run rating is a 7. So if batter's run rating, is a 9. If batter's run rating is 7 or higher, batter is credited with an infield single, and that's what it is. And Gedman will go to third. An infield single for Jackie Gutierrez, and that's his second hit of the game. Red Sox getting some rolls. And now the top of the batting order, here's Boggs with runners at first and second. Boggs already 1 for 1. Runners in the corners, 5-3 Red Sox. Whitson will pitch. And that is an in-play 36. And, geez. Against the righty, goes all the way up to 56. Holy cow. Base hit. It's a single for Boggs. Gedman, of course, comes in easily. He'll trot home. With a run rating of 7, with a run rating of 9, Gutierrez makes third base easily. Boggs on at first. It's now 6-3 Boston. Wade Boggs, a base hit. That's his second hit of the game. And I think that's going to be it for Whitson. And he is tired, and the batter is Dwight Evans, and that is going to be it for Whitson. As here comes the Yankee manager. And although I was supposed to write down all the managers for these guys. Who was the someone please tell me who the Yankee manager was in 85? I can't remember. I know John McNamara was the Red Sox manager. He was the manager of Red Sox. Billy Martin, thank you. I should know that, right? My baseball is, that's what happens, guys, when you get old. So we'll see a pinch hitter here against Evans. And coming into pitch for the Yankees, who's going to come in here? I got to go by better pitcher. There's going to be the left-hander, Bob Shirley. He's got a long reliever as well. So Shirley will come in and pitch, which means he can pitch innings 3, 4, and 5. Bob Shirley will pitch to Dwight Evans here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. It's already 6-3 Red Sox. Runners at first and third. Ed Whitson kick him in nuts in a bar fight. It's a merry-go-round. Runners at first and third. Shirley will now pitch to Dwight Evans, and no, I'm not serious. Here's the pitch. And that is an in-play 27 base hit for Dwight Evans against the lefty. It's a single. Gutierrez comes in to score. Wade Boggs with a run rating of 6. He will make third base. Evans on at first. 7-3 Red Sox. And the hits just keep on coming. Fans here at Fenway Park, stadium cheers. Yay! Runners at the corner still with 2 outs. The batter will be Jim Rice. Rice doubled in the first inning. He is 1 for 2. As right now the Yankees are seeing this game slip away pretty quick. Still 2 outs. Shirley will pitch to Rice. Pitch on the way. That is an in-play 46, and that's a ground ball hit to first base. Mattingly's up with that. He'll take it himself, and that will end the inning. 3 runs for the Red Sox on 5 hits. 3 runs on 5 hits for Boston. At the end of 3, the Red Sox in command, 7-3 here at Fenway Park. Timeout. Third base coach has had his waving shoulder pop out of its socket. Pitcher's duel, huh? Sebastian Stratt joins me here. Not a pitcher's duel here. Not in this game. Not. This is not Dave Stieb and Bud Black. It was Ed Whitson versus Bruce Hurst. Like to remind you, the next game coming up here on Payoff Pitch, I will have an inside pitch game tomorrow in the afternoon. It will be the Detroit Tigers taking on the Kansas City Royals. The 1977 one and gone tournament for inside pitch continues. And tomorrow night, it will be April 12th, and we will feature the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. That will be tomorrow night's game, our first National League telecast. But meanwhile, we get back here to the friendly confines of Fenway Park, where the Red Sox have a 7-3 lead on the Yankees. And something tells me I better get my extra score markers ready. Something tells me I might just have to do that. Leading off for the Yankees will be Ken Griffey. Griffey popped out his last time up. Hurst will now pitch to Griffey. Griffey lefty on lefty. Hurst with the pitch. That is a tough 40. And that is a pop out to first base. Coming under it's going to be Billy Buckner. He's got the range to make that one out. I got to admit, after playing all those games with the 1994 season, now playing the 1985 season, there is a definite difference between the two seasons. There really is. Joe Bryan here, if nobody here has ever played Payoff Pitch, I got to tell you, and inside pitch. There's a big difference by playing different eras of seasons. This 1985 season is not playing anything like the 1994 season did. Completely different games. Dale Bara will lead off and will be the next batter against Hurst. Bara hit an arc, got a double his last time up. Oof, getting the Pirates appearance on the channel out of the way earlier. Well, the Cardinals. I schedule my games a certain way, and the Pirates just happen to be on there. You're going to see a lot of teams. Every team gets a look at least a couple of times in this first block. I've already got the schedule for the first round of all the teams getting featured before I do another schedule. So everyone will see a lot of teams. Some of them you might not be interested in, but trust me, they're going to be fun to play anyway. Remember, I know you guys really are looking at the 10-minute ticker. It's really the 10-minute ticker that's going to decide where these teams go. Dale Bara against Bruce Hurst, 1 out. Top of the 4th inning, 7-3 Boston. Hurst with the pitch. That is a patient 14. That's a walk. Dale Bara will trot down to first. He's on base for the second time tonight. And now Butch Weiniger comes up. That is a 3. That's a 4 on the dice. Nothing happening. Sacrifice bunt is a 2. No, you're not going to bunt with Weiniger up there. You're down by 4 runs. You're not stealing or bunting right now, New York. Hurst with the pitch. And that's an in-play 0-3. Base hit for Butch Weiniger. And he smacks that one hard. That's going to be a double. It's a grounder down the line. Grounder down the line to right field. Bara coming around third. He will score. It's 7-4. RBI double by Weiniger. And this is Bruce Hurst of 1985. He wasn't as good in this year as he was in 86. 7-4. Yankees get one back. Runner at second. The batter is Bobby Meacham with 1 out. Hurst will pitch to Meacham. Weiniger on at second. The Red Sox bullpen getting a little busy. Here's the pitch. And that is a ballpark 0-3. That's going to be wheelhouse. And he's batting from the right side, so that is a wheelhouse. And a wheelhouse 00 is a rare play. Second rare play in the game. So now we check the rare play. Black first. 23. Rain causes a lengthy rain delay. If game is in the 6th inning or later, the game is immediately rained out. Of course, we're not doing that because we're playing as played. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore that and I'll re-roll. We're not doing rain delays here. 5-2. Not doing. I'll do rain delays, but I won't do called games by rain. We're not going to do that. We're going to play 9 innings. 5-2. Batter doubles to right, but may have missed touching first base. An appeal is made, and result is. So let's find out what it is. So an appeal is made, and result is we roll a 1-6, and I'm going to draw. I'm actually going to roll for that. I'm going to try to avoid these little numbers. I'd rather just draw for this and this. That number is whatever. So an appeal is made and result is it is a 4. What ruling is batter with a double to right field. And that's what it is. He did not miss the bat. He did not miss the base. So Bobby Meacham hits a double to right, which means, of course, Weiniger scores. He will score from second. Meacham goes to second. It's now 7-5. As I said, people, buckle up. Remember, the actual score of this game was 14-5 Red Sox. The Yankees have now gotten their 5 runs. They're going to go talk to Bruce Hurst on the mound a moment. It is the top of the order leading off for the Yankees. Here's Billy Sample with 1 out still. Bruce Hurst trying to maybe get it. His fatigue inning is a 6, so he doesn't go that far. Meacham on at second. Sample at the plate now. Here's the pitch from Hurst. And that is a tough 98. And it's a fly ball to left field. Coming under it is going to be Jimmy Rice. And he makes the catch for the second out. Meacham has to stay at second. 2 outs now for Willie Randolph. 7-5, Boston leads. Meacham on at second. 2 outs now. Hurst kicks and deals. And that is a wheelhouse 0-4. Crack. And that one is hit high. That one is hit deep to left center field. That's over the monster. It is gone. Tie game. Stadium groans. Ugh. A wheelhouse 0-4 against the lefty is a home run for Willie Randolph. It's a 2-run jack, which of course scores Bob Meacham, and we are tied at 7. If you guys wanted excitement, you got it. And that's going to be it for Hurst. Hurst has to come out. And the next batter for the Yankees is Don Mattingly, now tied at 7. We'll see a new pitcher here. And it is going to be Steve Crawford. Crawford will come into pitch. He's a long reliever, so he can go 4, 5, and 6. But the game is tied at 7. And here's Donnie Baseball with 2 outs. The Yankees put up 4 in the 4th. And now Crawford tries to get this inning done. Here's the pitch to Mattingly. And that is a tough 34. And that is a popped up. Popped up to short. And under it is going to be Gutierrez, and he makes the catch. And the inning is over. 4 runs for the Yankees on 3 hits. A 2-run jack by Randolph. We go to the bottom of the 4th. We are tied at 7. Mike Easler will lead off for the BOS Sox. He's 0 for 2. He's the DH for the Red Sox in this game today. Bob Shirley will pitch. Tied at 7. Here's the pitch. And that is a tough 42. And that is a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Easler goes down for the 3rd time today. Batter now is Tony Armas. Shirley getting set, looks in at the plate, and now deals. And that is a ballpark 21, and that is a definite wheelhouse for Armas. Armas hits a wheelhouse check. It's a 38, and that one is cracked. That one is hit high. That one is hit deep to right center field. Going back. It is gone. Home run, Tony Armas. Stadium cheers. Yay! Tony Armas, a solo jack into right center field. The Red Sox retake the lead. It's 8-7. Yep, this is 1985 Yankees Red Sox baseball. Bob Shirley mad at himself for that one, as Fenway Park helps the Red Sox out. Here's Buckner. Red Sox now leading 8-7, and we're only in the 4th inning. Shirley, you can't be serious. I am, and stop calling me Shirley. Bill Buckner will bat. Still 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Something tells me this is going to be a long game. In play, 30. There is a 30 on Shirley, but there is no batters on. There's no runners on base, so the wild pitch is nullified. We just deal with it. It is a 30, and Bill Buckner is going to have himself a base hit. That's a single. Single for Buckner here, and he goes to first. Buckner gets his 2nd hit of the game. Next batter will be Rich Gedman. Gedman, 2 for 2, a single and a double. And nothing upping for Buckner. He won't steal. 1 out. Gedman at the plate. Shirley getting ready to pitch. And that is an in-play 24. Single for Gedman. Base hit. It's a line drive into left field. Buckner will only advance 1 base. He will stop at second. Three straight hits. Fans are on their feet. And here is Marty Barrett. And this is only the 2nd meeting between these two teams in the regular season of 85. Barrett the batter, now with runners at first and second. Shirley will go ahead and pitch. Barrett is 1 for 2. Gedman having a career in 1 game. Shirley with the pitch. And that is an in-play. Wow, that's an in-play 15. And Barrett's going to hit his 2nd hit of the game. That is going to be a single for Barrett. It's a hard grounder. That's a hard grounder. Let's see, you're swinging from the right side. It's a hard grounder into left field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Buckner coming around 30 will score 9-7 Red Sox. Stadium cheers. Yay! As Salvador America, yes, you are late. You've missed so much so far, Salvador America. But it's now 9-7 Boston, and we're only in the bottom of the 4th, 1 out. The next batter for the Red Sox is Jackie Gutierrez. And still 1 out. They will call the infield back and try to get the double play. Shirley's allowed 2 runs. He allows a 3rd one. He becomes fatigued. Here's the pitch to Gutierrez. And that is a tough 33. And, oh, wow, Gutierrez just missed it. Tough 33. Popped it up. Popped it up to short. He just missed it. Wow. Just missed it. Coming over it is going to be Meacham. Makes the catch. 2 outs. Actually, that was a pop. I'm sorry, that was a pop out to second. That's played by Randolph, 2 down. As Shirley gets a big out there. And now here is Wade Boggs. Hey, Al, you're a resident boxing ref. Step in and stop this. 9-7 bomb. What the flying flip is going on here? This isn't Coors Field. No, it's Fenway Park. Remember, the original score of this game was 14-5. There were 19 runs scored in that game on April 10, 85. We got 16 here. So far, payoff pitch is right on the money. Shirley will pitch to Boggs. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Pitch. In play, 45. Base hit, Wade Boggs. It's a single. Oh, boy. There's a 9-48 on an in-play. Base hit. Gedman will come in to score. Marty Barrett with a run rating of 6. He will make 3rd. Boggs goes to first. 10-7 Boston. As I said, people, buckle up. This is going to be some ball game. Creed versus Bout. Good thing I had my VCR set to record. Now I can see everything I missed while stuck in Boston traffic. As Pete Stevens joins me at Fenway Park. 10-7 Boston. Sounds like they're playing football. The Boston Red Sox just got a field goal, now take a 10-7 lead. Boggs on it first. That's his third hit of the game. And that, of course, scored Gedman. And now the batter is Dwight Evans. And that's it for Shirley. He's got to come out. Shirley is done. Yankee pitching not doing crap. Next pitcher for the Yankees coming in is going to be Rich Bordy. He will come in to pitch. Short reliever, though. So he will pitch innings 4 and 5. Rich Bordy will pitch for New York. He was 6-8 with a 3.21 ERA and a couple of saves. Red Sox leading 10-7 here, bottom of the fourth inning. Dwight Evans, the batter. What a game. It's an hour long. We're not even halfway through. Evans, the batter. Bordy with the pitch. 9. Patient 79. And he hit him. He plunked him. He plunked him. I'm pretty sure. Patient 79. Yeah, he hit Evans. He plunked him. Bases loaded. He hits Dwight Evans and loads the bases. A hit batter. On a patient 79. Wow. He got Evans. Runners at all bases loaded for that guy, Jim Rice. Rice is 1 for 3. He has a double. Still 2 outs here, bottom of the fourth. First Yankees Red Sox telecast of my 1985 season. I'm pretty sure I'll have a couple more. Pretty sure. Maybe. Who knows? Rich Bordy pitching to Rice. 2 outs. A home run here by Rice really puts the Yankees behind the 8 ball. Here's the pitch. It's a 7. It's an in-play 35. It's not going to be a home run, but it is going to be a base hit for Rice. That is a single. Barrett will score. Boggs, the run rating of 6. He will score. Evans goes to third. Rice at first. 12-7. Two RBI single by Jim Rice. And now the batter is Mike Easler, as the Red Sox have batted around here in the bottom of the fourth. Still 2 men out. Rich Bordy can't get anyone out. I'll charge those runs to Shirley, not to Bordy. Runners at 2 outs. Now Easler up. Easler is 0 for 3. The bat boy will score. The hot dog vendor will score. Even the guys in the bullpen will score. They're digging the French fries out of the cooler. 20 home total runs seems inevitable. 2 runs in. Rich Bordy will pitch. That is a tough 28, and swing and a miss, struck him out. Mike Easler struck out for the 3rd time, and the inning finally comes to a close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs for Boston on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits and a hit batter. At the end of 4, the Red Sox lead this game 12-7. Am I playing a game from 1985 or a game from 1921? Timeout for the reset. I want to make sure my cards are in order. We go to the top of the fifth inning. Boston leading 12-7. Steve Crawford coming on the mound for the BOS Sox. And here is Dave Winfield leading off for New York. And he is 1 for 1. He hit a jack his last time up. Fenway Park fans are on their feet. They are booing the Yankees big time. Here's the pitch from Crawford. And that is a tough 31. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Winfield goes down. Strikes out Winfield. And now the New York DH. This is Don Balor. Balor 0 for 2. Pitch from Crawford. Tough 74. And that's a fly ball center field. And ranging over is going to be Armas. And he makes the catch for out number 2. And now Ken Griffey. The father, not the son. Ken Griffey 0 for 2. He's popped out twice. I mute this for 15 minutes to take a phone call. It's still the 4th inning. Salvador America says, this is just a beautiful score. I am so happy. Pitch to Griffey. Remember, things change quickly. That's a 10. That's a tough 12. And that is a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Steve Crawford. The first 1-2-3 inning in this game since the top of the first. The Yankees get nothing. We are halfway. 12-7 Boston. So go ahead and flip the cards over for the bottom part now, which is pretty much an automatic shuffle. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Tony Armas will come up to bat against Rich Bordy. Be his last inning. 12-7 Red Sox. And what I'll do is I'll post the final score from now on in the chat. Hey, now don't want to hear that malarkey. Come on, you know how my games go. Bordy will pitch to Armas. Armas hit a home run his last time up. 12-13. That's not good. That's a defense check. Defense. Range play to third. The ball is hit to Bara. His range is a C. Not a chance. By him. That's going to be a single. Armas gets a base hit, and he will hold it first. As that ball gets by Dale Bara, no chance to get that one. Range plays in Fenway are awful. Look at this range play here at the ballpark. Even with the best range at Fenway, you have to, with a range of a 1-46 is still a hit. Wow. 1985 baseball, no doubt about it. Armas on it first. Next batter will be Billy Buckner. Buckner 2 for 3 in this game. Still nobody out. Bordy will pitch to Buckner. And that's a tough 31. And that's a pop out. Pops it up to second base. Coming over is Randolph. And he makes the catch. Out number 1. And now Rich Gedman. Gedman having a heck of a night. He's 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. Armas holding it first. No steal or anything like that. Bordy will pitch to Gedman. And that's an in-play 77. And that is a fly ball center field. And coming under that will be Billy Sample. Makes the catch for out number 2. And now Marty Barrett. Barrett 2 for 3, 2 singles. Armas still on it first. Barrett is going to dial 9 for long distance. Here's the pitch. And that is an in-play 37. It's not going to be too long, but it's long enough. That's a base hit for Barrett. It's a single. Armas with a run rating of 5. I have to draw. Line drive into left field. Runner on first advances 1 base. So Armas will hold it second. Even with 2 outs. But a base hit for Barrett as he does get a single. The batter now is Jackie Gutierrez. After watching lots and lots of ballots today, it's great to be watching some baseball. Ballots in baseball. Runners at first and second for Bordy. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Gutierrez. He committed a big error, but he's made up for it. He's 2 for 3. A single and a double. Bordy checking in. Now the pitch. And that is a tough 40. And that is going to be popped up. That is a pop-up in the infield. Lots of pop-ups today. And that's going to be called by Bara. He'll make that play. And the inning is over. And that is the first time in this ball game the Red Sox do not score any runs. They've scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and 5 in the fourth. That's the first time they've held it with nothing, although they did get 2 hits. At the end of 5, the Red Sox still lead it, though, 12-7. I hope you guys are enjoying the start of this 1985 season we're doing. I can only imagine what our next season will be, which, of course, will also be done by selection, by playoffs and all that stuff. I know we got a long way to go, as we just started this one. Good choice. 1985, good choice of a season. Top of the 6th, Steve Crawford. This will be his last inning. And Dale Barrow leads off for New York. Bara is 1 for 1. He's walked and doubled. Crawford's pitch. Tough. 22. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Crawford gets another big strikeout there, and Bara will go back to the bench. Next up is Butch Weiniger. Weiniger doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 1. He also walked. Crawford's pitch to Weiniger. And that's a patient 17. That's a walk. Weiniger walks for the second time today. And the next batter will be Bobby Meacham. Meacham also doubled his last time up and reached on an error. So he's 1 for 1 as well. Weiniger not stealing, nobody bunting. You're down by 5 runs. You need base runners. Crawford will pitch to Meacham. And here is the pitch. And that is an in-play 28, and that's going to be a single for Bobby Meacham. Weiniger's run rating is a 4. I have to draw. That's a line drive into left field. Weiniger will still advance 2 bases, so he will go to third, and Meacham holds it first. Another hit by Meacham. Runners in the corners with 1 out. Now the Yankees are in business. The batter will be Billy Sample. And I think we're going to see, he's batted 3 times. I think we're going to see a pinch hitter for Sample. He bats 200 against rights. Sample is also in center field for this game. So let's see who the Yankees can bring in to bat. They usually have to go by at bats. Was he a right-hander? 329. And do I bring him in? Yeah. Coming on to pinch hit for Sample will be Mike Pagliarulo. Sample will come out, and taking over in center field is going to be Omar Moreno. He will take over in center and now bat first. So Moreno comes into the game. So I'll remove Sample and put in Moreno. And his rating is what, B58. So Moreno will come in center field, but Mike Pagliarulo, Pags, will bat. 1 out, runners at the corners. Pagliarulo bats .252 against rights. He has 17 homers. DJ John 4444 joins me here at Fenway Park. Lots of live feeds on my sub list, but you chose you in baseball. Hello from the left coast. Absolutely, sir. Okay, tap the brakes. Time to get out of this inning now. You've joined us here on the top of the 6th. It's 12-7 Boston. What a game we're having. Payoff pitch at its finest. Pagliarulo pinch hitting for Billy Sample. Infield is going to be Weiniger's got a run rating of 4. They're going to call the infield back and try to turn the double play. They're up by 5 runs. Here's the pitch from Crawford. And that one was a suicidice. I'll re-roll. Fouled away. Crawford's pitch. Tough. 0-9. Cold strike 3 on Pags. Cold strike 3. Mike Pagliarulo. Crawford pitched a beautiful high fastball, and the umpire rung him up. 2 outs. As Pags goes back to the dugout. And the batter now is Willie Randolph. 2 down. Randolph hit a jack his last time up. He hit a home run. Against lefties, he did hit 2 homers that year. Because when he hit it off of Bruce Hurst, Hurst was a lefty. So Randolph did have a little power against left-handed pitchers in 85. Runners in the corners, 2 outs. Red Sox infield normal. Crawford's pitch. In play, 65, and that's a fly ball to right field. Dwight Evans calling for it. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, a walk. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Red Sox still leading 12-7. Welcome to Payoff Pitch Baseball. New pitcher coming in for the Yankees as Bordy is done. Leading off for the Red Sox is Boggs. So let's see who the Yankees want to bring in. Don't want to bring in the closer in this case. He did have one. He didn't have. Running out of relief pitchers, unfortunately, is the Red Sox. And they're going to bring in Dennis Rasmussen for the Yankees. Not Yankees running out of relief pitchers. Here's Dennis Rasmussen. Started 16 games, but did come in and relieve. He was 3-5 with a 3.98 ERA. So Rasmussen will try to pitch innings 6, 7, and 8 since he is a long reliever. Wade Boggs leads off here on the bottom of the 6th. So here's Dennis Rasmussen getting a chance here as relief pitcher. The pitch to Boggs. And that is a defense check, 66. That could be interesting. Range check to first base. The ball is Don That's Mattingly. His range is an A, and he's going to make the play. A 1-46 a minute hit, but that is good. Don Mattingly's got it. Rasmussen will come over and tag the bag as Mattingly tosses it to him, and that's 1 out. Nice play by Don Mattingly. He has a range of A in this season. And that is a ground out to first. 1 man down. And now the batter is Dwight Evans. Sit those bums down. Got some Red Sox fans in there. Lots of Red Sox fans. Nobody likes the Yankees tonight. 1 out. Rasmussen's pitch. And that is a tough 74. And that is a fly ball to center field. And Omar Moreno is going to make that catch. Out number 2. As Moreno now in at center for Billy Sample. And now Jimmy Rice. The Yankees don't like the Yankees. Rasmussen ready to pitch to Rice. 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. And that is a ballpark 08. Oh, boy. That is a wheelhouse for Jimmy Rice. Wheelhouse to Rice. Wheelhouse check. 13. No doubt about it. Blam. That one is hit high. That one is hit deep to left center field. Gone. Home run, Jimmy Rice. You throw in the wheelhouse to Jim Rice, you deserve what happens to you. That one is blasted. that might have even hit the sit-go sign. I think that had to, somebody check the sit-go sign. See if there's a hole in it. Because that one was crushed. It's now 13-7 Boston. And now Mike Easler coming up. And he is the only one who's not joined the hit parade. He is 0 for 4. Mike Easler will go up against Rasmussen now. He's the only one that's not gotten a hit. Here's the pitch to Easler. That's a patient 34, and he walked him. He walks Easler, and the dugout and the Red Sox dugout gives him kind of a de facto cheer. Yeah, gives him polite applause for saying, yeah, you didn't get a hit, but you did get on base at least in this game. And Easler looks in the dugouts and said, man, shut up. Runner on first with 2 outs. The batter is Tony Armas. Yep, golf clap. Polite applause, as we say in History Maker Golf. Oh, speaking of History Maker Golf, we got a tournament this week, so stay tuned. 2 outs. Easler on at first. Armas now at the plate. Armas is 2 for 4. Home run and a single. Pitch from Rasmussen. Patient 49. Base hit. Tony Armas, that is a single against a lefty. Easler's run rating is a 5. Got a draw. And it's a long single into the gap in center field. Easler will have to hold at second. Does not have great speed. Third hit of the game for Armas. As the Red Sox are just piling up on hits. And the batter is Bill Buckner with 2 outs. They're scrambling for that home run ball on Lansdowne Street. Is it to beat the Yankees with your favorite bat open? Runners at first and second. Rasmussen trying to get out this inning now, as the Yankee bullpen has been absolutely ineffective. Matter of fact, Yankee pitching has been ineffective. And this team, Joe Bryan graded an A? Well, they did have, how many wins did they have that year? Let's see. Yankees had, let me just check the quick results. I got the chart here. Yankees had 97 wins that year. The way this team is playing here could have fooled me. Bill Buckner, the batter, first and second, 2 outs. Buckner is 2 for 4, 2 singles. Rasmussen checks and deals. And that is a tough 54. And that's a ground ball right back to Rasmussen. He'll make the play. Throws to first, inning over. The Red Sox pick up 1 run on 2 hits, a solo jack by Jimmy Rice. At the end of 6, it is now 13-7 Boston. We go to the top of the 7th. Crawford is done. He has pitched his last. He is done for the game. The Red Sox will go to the pen. Coming on to pitch for Boston. Is he their closer? If he was, I really can't use him. Let's see. I usually don't like using closers unless it's a safe situation. Looks like it's going to be Mark Clear. Mark Clear will come in and pitch now for the Red Sox. Of course, Bob Stanley was the closing pitcher that year. If I have to use him, I will. But Mark Clear will come on and pitch for Boston. And he is a short reliever, so he can pitch innings 7 and 8. Top of the 7th, 13-7 Boston. Donnie Baseball leads off for the Yankees. He is 0 for 3 tonight. Didn't know Pinatas wore pinstripes. Jeez. Boy, you guys in the chat are brutal on these Yankees tonight. Come on, it's the Yankees. Can't you find one good thing to say about them? It took 9. I was counting the seconds. All right, to see who would be first in Salvador America. It took Salvador America 9 seconds before I got his post. They are losing. Those ushers are too alert. They sent me back to my crappy grandstand seats directly behind the pole. Al Red Sox fan says he always liked Billy Martin. Clear will pitch to Mattingly. And that is a patient 69. That is going to be a ground ball to short. Coming up with it is Gutierrez. Throws to first. Gets out Donnie Baseball. Donnie Baseball 0 for 4 in this game. One man out. And now it's Dave Winfield. Winfield is 1 for 2. Struck out, but he did hit a home run. Clear pitching to Winfield. And that is a patient 05, and he walked him. Clear walks Dave Winfield. Clear issued 8.2 walks per 9. So he's a little dangerous when it comes to pitching. Puts a runner on base. And the batter now is Don Balor. And I think we're going to see a pinch hitter for Balor. Balor bats .215 against rights. The Yankees are going to take him out, and they'll bring in somebody else for DH. And they are going to, against what, a right-hander? They are going to bring in... They're going to bring in Ron Hasse. He will pinch hit and also take over at designated hitter. Hasse is the other catcher, but he will come in and take over as designated hitter. Ron Hasse, 1 out. Runner at first base. Hasse bats .324 against righties. My 2 favorite teams, Boston Red Sox and anybody playing the Yankees. Hey, it's a 1-score game. The Pats haven't locked it up yet. Easton started in the Super Bowl, and Grogan replaced him. Guys are brutal. Winfield at first. Clear will now pitch to Hasse. 1 out. 6. That's a patient 61, and that is going to, and he hit him. Mark Clear hits Hasse. He hits Hasse. And now runners at first and second with 1 out. Yep. Both players have now gotten hit by pitch. Let me see who got hit. Let's see here. Hasse gets hit by a pitch coming off the bench. And Dwight Evans got hit by a pitch. So each team now is tied in hit batters. Runners at first and second, 1 out. The batter now is Ken Griffey. Red Sox bullpen going on. They might not let Clear stay out there long. Griffey the batter. Clear has that strikeout momentum. I got to remember about that on him. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Top of the 7th. 13-7 Boston. Here is the pitch from Clear. And that is a tough 18. And that is against the righty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Clear gets Griffey. Griffey strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. 2 down. Batter now is Dale Bara. Might see a pinch hitter for him too. Bara is at third base. Let me see. Do I have anybody I can bring in? No. Do I have anybody that can move to third on the field? No. Dale Bara has to bat. No pinch hitter. The bench is empty in this case. So Dale Bara will go up against Mark Clear. 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Hitting a Yankee batter is the only thing they haven't hit today. Runners at first and second. Clear the pitcher, trying to get out this inning. 13-7 Boston. What a game. We're not even done yet. Here's the pitch. It's a patient 86. And that's a ground ball to short. Up with it is Gutierrez. He's got it. Throws to first. Side retired. No runs. No hits. Well, there was a hit. It was Ron Hassey getting hit by a batter. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Finally, 13-7 Boston. And how will the Red Sox do tomorrow? We'll find out. But it is the 10th. We are at the 7th inning stretch. 10-minute ticker coming. Don't go away. Remember, our next telecast will be the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. That'll be tomorrow. That's April 12th. As a member, we're doing every other game, every other day of the season to move through the regular season a little faster. But it is time for the 7th inning stretch. I'll move the cards off to the side to keep them from getting ruined or anything like that. And here is the 7th inning stretch for the night. Here we go. Let's see how your teams do tonight and tomorrow. The Yankees-Boston game tomorrow, I'm not going to roll that yet until this game is over. Not good to see how you got to find out how they do tomorrow, after you win today. So I'll roll the Yankee Red Sox game for tomorrow on tomorrow's schedule after this game is done. Let's take a look. Texas at Baltimore. That's an 11. That's a win for Baltimore. They win that game 6-4. Minnesota at California. That's a 4. Minnesota wins that game 6-5. Cleveland at Detroit. That's an 11. That's a win for the Indians. They win that game 5-2. Cleveland takes another game from the Tigers. Toronto at Kansas City. That's a 12, and that's a win for the Royals, 8-0. Oakland at Seattle. That's a 4. That's a win for the Athletics, 5-3. Montreal at Cincinnati. That's a 6. That's a win for the Expos, 8-1. Los Angeles at Houston. That's a 9. That's a win for the Astros, 9-5. San Diego at San Francisco. That's a 5. The Padres beat the Giants 7-1. Now tomorrow's games. New York, Minnesota at California. And that is a 7, and that's a win for the Angels. They win that game 7-4. Cleveland at Detroit. And the Cleveland Indians have swept the Tigers to start the season. 6-0, they win that game. Toronto at Kansas City. That's a 10. That's a win for the Royals. They win that game 2-1. Chicago White Sox at Milwaukee. That's a 4. That's a win for the White Sox. They win that game 9-2. Oakland at Seattle. That's a 12. That's a win for the Mariners. They get that game 3-1. Pittsburgh at Chicago Cubs. That's a 10. That's a win for the Bucks. They win that game 8-7. They beat the Cubbies. Los Angeles at Houston. That's a 10. Another win for the Astros. They win the game 9-5. And I believe they swept them, didn't they? Yeah, the Houston Astros swept the Dodgers. Finally, my team, St. Louis against the Mets. That's a 5, and the Cardinals will win that game. They beat my Mets 3-1 today. Atlanta at Philadelphia, final game. And that's a 7. That's a win for the Phillies. The Fighting Phils win that game 8-0. And that does it there. And we'll check out the Yankee-Boston game as soon as this one is over. So remind me to check that game out. And that is it for the 10-minute ticker today. If your team won, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always 2 days from now. I wanted to do it as quickly as possible, but at least you saw the runs and you saw how it goes. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Red Sox leading 13-7. Dennis Rasmussen still on the mound for the Yankees. It will be Rich Gedman leading off for Boston. Gedman having a career night, 3 for 4, 2 singles and a double. As Philip Reynolds sees, Salvador is happy tonight. Yes, he would be. Rasmussen will pitch to Gedman. And that is a patient 38. And that is going to be a single for Rich Gedman. Base hit. Gedman having a heck of a night. He is now 4 for 5. And the batter is now Marty Barrett. He's 3 for 4 with 3 singles tonight. Rasmussen pitches to Barrett. And that's a patient 95. And that is going to be a fly ball to left field. Coming under it will be Griffey. And that's out number 1. Gedman stays at first, obviously. Next up for Boston, Jackie Gutierrez. He's 2 for 4 tonight. Rasmussen's pitch. And that's a ballpark 0-4. That's going to be a wheelhouse for Gutierrez. No home run chance, but let's see if he gets something. That's a 38. No, he does not. He pops it out to first. Mattingly will make the play. Out number 2. No chance at a home run against lefties on his card. 2 outs now for Wade Boggs. Gedman's still on at first. He has no bat in his hand. Gedman on at first. Boggs the batter. Boggs having a great night too. He's 3 for 5. 2 outs. Rasmussen's pitch. That's a tough 66. And that's going to be a ground ball to third base. Bara's got it. Throws to second to get Gedman. And the inning is over. No runs for the Red Sox. They do get a hit. At the end of 7, it is still 13-7 Boston. Mark Clear will come on and pitch for Boston in this inning. His last inning, no matter what. Top of the 8th. And here is Butch Weiniger for the Yankees. Yes, Boggs was a Yankee as well, absolutely. He did win a World Series with them. Boggs won a World Series with the Yankees, not with the Red Sox. Clear will pitch to Weiniger. And that is a tough 79 fly ball center field. And Tony Armas will make that catch, out number 1. Next up will be Bob Meacham. Clear pitching. And that's a tough 0-4. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Meacham goes down. Meacham was having a good game. He was 2 for 2 before that strikeout. And now the batter for the Yankees will be Omar Moreno, who took over for Billy Sample at center field. They will let him bat. Clear will pitch. And that is a patient 10. And that's going to be a base hit for Moreno. That's going to be a double. He smacks that one into the right field corner. Moreno running for 2, and he's got it. That is a double for Moreno. He holds it second, keeps the inning alive for Willie Randolph. 2 outs. He was in the beginning of stages of lunacy. Moreno on at second. Here's Randolph. Randolph is 30 years old this year. 2 outs. Clears pitch to Randolph. And that is a patient 76. And base hit. Willie Randolph gets a single. Moreno's run rating of 6 will get him home. That he will score. Randolph goes to first. It's now 13-8. As Randolph picks up an RBI. And now Don Mattingly. Donnie Baseball was 0 for 4. Clear still pitching. But I think if he gives up a hit or anything like that, this will be his last inning, the last batter. Mattingly, the batter, he is 0 for 4. He has not had a Donnie Baseball type of night. Clears pitch. That's a patient 20, and that's going to be a walk. Willie Randolph will trot down to second, Mattingly first. And before this gets out of hand, they're going to take Clear out. Dave Winfield is the batter now. We'll see who the Red Sox want to bring in. And they're going to bring in the lefty, Bob Ojeda. Of course, he's not on my Mets this year, but Bob Ojeda will pitch to Dave Winfield. Ojeda did come in relief. He out of 39 games, he started 22, which means he had 17 relief appearances. So Bob Ojeda is going to come in here and pitch to Winfield, hopefully, maybe the only batter he pitches against. Runners at first and second. Dave Winfield, the batter. He is 1 for 2. He's walked twice and hit a homer. Ojeda will pitch to Winfield. 2 outs. Fans are at Fenway. Would like to see if he can get out the inning. Pitch. 8. Tough. 0-7. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Dave Winfield goes down on a K. Bob Ojeda does the job. And the inning is over. The Red Sox do get one. The Yankees do get 1 run on 2 hits. It's now 13-8 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. How many games left in my one and done tournament? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. I'm only on game 11. Tomorrow is game 11. That's Detroit and Kansas City, the beginning of the second round. I'm only on game 11. There are 25 games in the tournament. So still plenty of games left in the one and gone. Is this Rasmussen's inning? Yep, this would be Dennis Rasmussen's last inning for the Yankees. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And it will be Dwight Evans leading off for Boston. Evans has had a strange night. Reached on an error, singled, got hit, grounded to two fielders' choice. So he is 1 for 3. Dwight Evans 1 for 3. He'll go up against Rasmussen here, bottom of the 8th inning. Example, America's team, the Boston Red Sox 13, the filthy bastards from New York 8. God, you guys are brutal on these poor Yankees. What did they ever do to you? Rasmussen's pitch. In play 90, and that is going to be a ground out to short. Up with it is Meacham, throws to first, out number 1. A nice ovation coming up here from the Fenway Park crowd. Here is Jim Rice. Rice having a heck of a night, 3 for 5, a single, double, and a home run. He needs a triple to get the cycle, and he can get one. 1 out. Rasmussen's pitch to Rice. And that is a 9. That's a tough 0-5, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Rice goes down, 2 away. And now here's Mike Easler. Easler walked his last time up. He still does not have a hit. He's the only Red Sox to not have a hit. Although he did walk and get on base, and the Boston dugout kind of gave him a golf clap for that. Rasmussen will pitch to Easler. Here's the pitch. That's a tough 99, he's still not going to get a hit. Fly ball to right field. Winfield's going to get to that one. And he makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning on Boston. And that is the first 1-2-3 inning on the Red Sox in this game. The first time they've been retired in order in this game. It took the 8th inning to do it. The Red Sox got a hit in every inning except for this one. At the end of 8, it is still 13-8 Boston. We go to the top of the 9th. I know Salvador America doesn't want me to say this, but will there be any 9th inning magic for the Yankees? Bob Ojeda, he will stay out there. They're going to have him pitch, and Ron Hassey, the DH, will lead off. Hassey got hit by a pitch last time up. Top of the 9th, 13-8 Red Sox. Will there be some 9th inning magic? As Salvador America says, oh, hell no. Ojeda, ready to deal. Red Sox have Bob Stanley ready to go if necessary. Here's the pitch. And that is a tough 69, and that is going to be a fly ball center field. Armas trots over, puts it away, 1 out. One man down. The batter now is Griffey. Griffey 0 for 4 tonight. Popped out twice, struck out twice. Ojeda checks and deals to Griffey. And that is a tough 72, and that's a ground ball to short. Up with it is Gutierrez, throws to first, out number 2. Next batter for the Yankees will be Dale Bara. Bara doubled his first time up. Since then, struck out, grounded out, and walked. Ojeda looking to close the game out. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Red Sox leading the Yankees 13-8. Of course, Boston won the first game in quick results, which means if they win this game, they do take the series. Here's the pitch from Ojeda. It's a tough 63, and that's a ground ball to second base. Marty Barrett gloves it, pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first, and this game is in the books. The Boston Red Sox crush the Yankees 13-8 in a crazy high-scoring matchup here at Fenway Park. And real quick, let's see how they did tomorrow. So now so we know Boston wins 13-8 today. Now the Yankees play Boston tomorrow, and let's see who wins that. We'll see who won that game. That is a 7, And that is a win for the Yankees. So the Yankees do not get swept. They do beat Boston tomorrow, 8-7. But the Red Sox did take 2 out of 3 here in Fenway. I'll give you a final line score. Give me a second. This might take a minute. For the Boston Red Sox, 13 hits, 13 runs, 21 hits. I'm not sure. That may be the most hits I've had for one team. I'll have to look in payoff pitch. Well, maybe not. As I know, I'll have to look, but it's pretty high. 21 hits and 1 error. For the Yankees, 8 runs, 8 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher is going to be Steve Crawford. He got the win. Crawford was the pitcher of record when they took the lead. So Crawford gets the win. The loss goes to Bob Shirley. And no save, since there was no save opportunity. And that does it here at Fenway Park as the Red Sox beat the Yankees 13-8. Our next telecast will be tomorrow. But, of course, remember, we're going 2 days ahead. So that's April 12th. It will be the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates, as we have our first National League game of the season. So, like I said, keep on checking the Payoff Pitch Gamers Network. You'll see the schedule up. The Boston Red Sox, I do have them playing another game early in the schedule. They will be playing the Kansas City Royals coming up in a few days, I believe. So the Red Sox will be back. That should be a good game. So many people here to thank. Don't know where to start, but I'll just say Steeler fan, Philip Reynolds, Salvador America, Al Red Sox fan, King of the Hill, Tim Pepper, Pete Stevens, what a lot of DJ John 4444, Sebastian Stratt, and Sports Time Machine. Thank you all for joining me. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. And that will do it for tonight. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, and stay strong. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Cardinals and the Pirates. Red Sox over the Yankees tonight, 13-8. Have a good night, everyone.